solve, we have x over 8 plus x over 5 is equal to 5 over 16. We have an equation that contains a fraction. Now we can solve this equation with the fractions in it, or we can convert this equation to where the body of the work doesn't have a fraction in it. And actually that's what we're going to do. We're going to solve this equation by clearing the fractions first. And then we'll follow the procedures of solving a linear equation in one variable. So what I want us to do is place boxes around each term. We have two terms on the left hand side, one term on the right hand side. So I want us to place a box around each term. Now in your notes, it says here, clear fractions or decimals. If necessary, multiply both sides of the equation by a common denominator of all terms. Keyword all terms. So I want to get rid of the denominator, the denominators here. And to get rid of the denominators, we need to find the LCD, the least common denominator. So we want to find the LCD for 8, 5, and 16. And that LCD is 80. So what we're going to do is take the 80 and we're going to multiply it on both sides and to all terms. What you do on one side, you have to do to the other, and you have to do it to every term. So I want the body of our work to not have a fraction. Now, it's okay if our answer comes out as a fraction. I just do not want the body of the work inside. I call it the meat of the process here of us working. I don't want us to have fractions in it. So let's go ahead and clear the fractions. We want this denominator. Let's look at the first term. I want this denominator of 8 to divide into the LCD. We want that denominator to divide into an LCD evenly. If it does not happen, then you need to choose another LCD that's going to work amongst all of the numbers that's in the denominator. So we want this 8 to divide into the 80, and it does, and it divides into that 10 times. Then we're going to take this 10, multiply it to the x. We have 10x plus, look at the second term. We want this 5 to divide into 80, and it does, which is 16 times. We're going to take the 16, multiply it to the x. We have 16x equals to, now on the right hand side, we want this denominator of 16 to divide into 80, and 16 divides into 80 5 times. Take the 5, multiply it to the 5, and we have 25. So here's our equation. 10x plus 16x is equal to 25. This is the same equation, but without the fractions. So what do we know about solving equations? We want to make sure we combine the like terms. So we're going to add 10x plus 16x. That gives us 26x, and that's equal to 25. And to solve for x, we're going to divide by 26 to both sides. And we have x is equal to 25 over 26. We have a fraction. We would attempt to reduce it, but we can't. So we'll leave it just as a fraction. X is equal to 25 over 26.